Hello, welcome to Strictly Money at the News Forum, where all voices matter. I'm your host, Saijal Patel. In case you missed it, Loblaw, Canada's largest food retailer, recently announced it's ending its no-name product price freeze. And this comes at a time when experts are warning that even higher food prices are on the way. Well, my next guest has some advice on how to save on your grocery bill and which credit cards will give you the greatest bang for your buck. Natasha Macmillan is Director of Everyday Banking at Ratehub.ca, and she joins me now. Hi, Natasha. Great to have you on.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
So, there's been a lot of criticism towards Loblaw, right? Some are claiming that this was just all a publicity stunt. But I say whether it is or not, whether it was or not, the fact is everyday Canadians are struggling to put food on the table. Do you have any sense, Natasha, of just how much prices have gone up in the past year?
Absolutely. We've seen some studies come out saying that we can expect families to spend upwards of $1,000 more on food in 2023. So the average increase of inflation for vegetables, for example, is anticipating to go up 7% in 2023, which will start to hit families pretty soon.
So that was my other question, Natasha. Is this across the board that you're seeing, say, fresh produce prices rise faster than, say, packaged items?
Absolutely. We're seeing increases across the board. Some, of course, have higher increases than others. So, vegetables being one of the highest. And then we've also seen a lot of news coverage on the dairy increases as well that we're expecting to come shortly.
What's driving it? And do we have any sort of sense of whether there's relief on the way?
So, some of the factors that we've been hearing that have been driving it are kind of the climate change, geopolitical conflicts, and potentially some of the lingering effects of COVID. And then, of course, the transportation. And then, particularly in the dairy field, they're saying a lot of it is the rising cost to run the operations. And when we look at the transportation side and location, sometimes in rural locations, there aren't as many stores and it does require further transportation. So those costs are increasing.
Okay. So, lots of people have tried to find ways to cut back on their grocery bill. I'm seeing, they're eating less meat. They're buying things only on sale, for example. What else can they do?
My biggest tip would be to create a grocery list. And part of that is starting by setting out a meal plan, whether it's for a week to 2 weeks, out kind of creating what that list will look like. And from there, creating your grocery list. That will help you ensure that you're not overspending or getting caught into the store if you see a discount and a sale and you kind of drive towards it. This has shown that it can actually save you 20% over time on your grocery bill, which in today's kind of rising cost of groceries can have a big impact. The other tip that we would look at is to actually track your grocery spending. So that will help you understand how much you're actually spending. And I know at the beginning of the year, people kind of look to setting that out. If you actually start to lose track of that, then you'll start to not realize that monthly impact to your budget. And so it's important to kind of keep that top of mind. And my last tip that I've started to personally see more and more when going grocery shopping is price matching. A
Hmm.
lot of grocery stores offer the capability to shop around through flyers and use coupons and price matching. And that can drive huge savings at the end of the day for your grocery bill.
Yeah, it's certainly one that I do, and it's funny about the list as well because I have to do that because I'm someone who goes into Costco and it's guaranteed I'm going to leave there with one or two items that were not on my list. But also the coupon and the price matching. I personally, I don't know if this is available across Canada, but I use Flip, which is
Yes.
fantastic. And I take the photos, and I'm very organized, and I found that I've saved lots of money.
Absolutely. And especially as the family gets bigger and things like that, those savings can actually really have an impact on families. And again, try not to go grocery shopping with others. It's best to go alone. I try to make sure I leave my kids at home because they could easily distract you to add a few things to that shopping cart. And even shopping on an empty stomach. we get a little excited and we're hungry, so we throw a few extra things in the cart. For me, it ends up being chips or something I probably don't need anyways, but
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Those are great tips. When we come back, we'll talk about the credit cards. Welcome back, Natasha. Let's go through some of the credit cards that people can use that might help them save on their grocery bills, and we have a board, so we'll go through some of these.
so one of the key things to keep in mind when going grocery shopping is identifying what card will benefit you the most for that spending category. So there are a lot of credit cards out there that actually offer a higher percent cash back or point reward point earn rate for groceries. So one of the ones that we highly recommend if you shop at Freshco, Loblaws, and Superstore is the Scotia Momentum Visa Infinite. The annual fee for the first year is waived, but it does earn you 4% cash back on your groceries. And that's a very high earn rate. And so that's another great way to kind of save you money over time on your grocery shopping.
Okay, so look for things like pay attention to the annual fees, but the cashback as well. We'll pull up the
Absolutely.
board again. What else? There's a few other ones. Costco. I know a lot of people shop at Costco.
Yes, Costco is one that you will probably hear has more difficulty in accepting credit cards. One that we recommend there is the MBNA Rewards World Elite MasterCard. So that is readily accepted at all Costco's. It does carry an annual fee, unfortunately, but has a high earn rate of 5 points for every dollar at grocery stores, particularly at Costco. And so that does allow you to kind of earn those points there. And another card we would recommend is the Rogers World Elite MasterCard. There is an annual fee with that as well, which is waived for the first year. And you do earn points for that.
Okay. At the bottom, we did have the website where they can go and check out more of the details. Back to the annual fees, right? There's some that actually it can be quite high. Is there a type of consumer that it would be more suited for, and ones that wouldn't make sense?
Yes. So typically, what we recommend is if you are someone who actively pays off their credit card bill every month and you're looking to earn those rewards, it can be worthwhile to have a credit card with an annual fee. However, the moment that you might miss a payment or might not pay the full credit card bill monthly, you start to lose the benefits of the rewards programs that you get by paying an annual fee. So, if there is any doubt on whether you might be able to kind of pay that full credit card bill, we do recommend that users look to low interest credit cards or no annual fee credit cards.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Natasha. What are the pros and cons to, say, collecting points versus cash back?
So it really depends if you're loyal to one particular retailer. So an example that I can give is with my family is we shop at the superstore up the street. And so while we use kind of the right credit card to benefit from the cash back, we also double up and stack with our PC Optimums point. And that kind of allows you to kind of get both benefits from it. And over time, you could use those points to actually pay off your full credit card bill or whether you're going, not your bill, sorry, your grocery bill. And then you could also use it to kind of pay for some shopping that you do at Shoppers Drug Mart. So it does kind of give you that extra benefit. However, with the store piece points, it only allows you to accrue points at that particular retailer. So it is a little bit more constrictive than a cashback credit card.
Yeah, and I was going to ask as well, loyalty cards, right? Because a lot of the grocery stores have them. Is
Yes.
there a way to save on loyalty cards? A little bit different than obviously credit cards.
Yeah, so while they are different, they do kind of give you that one-time signing bonus. You do sometimes get a 10% discount on your purchase. So it is great to kind of look for that. But of course, you don't want to just continue to kind of sign up for all these loyalty programs. Your wallet tends to get quite full. And depending whether it's a credit card or just a loyalty program, you want to be conscious of how many hits to your credit score you're having.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, right? We're not suggesting that everyone runs out and buys and signs up for a bunch of credit cards because it's a hard hit to your credit score. You're managing a lot of different credit cards, and if you don't watch it and you're keeping a balance, then it negates the purpose of this, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Natasha, so much insight here. Thank you so much for sharing your advice. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming on. Well, stay with us because when we come back, we're going to talk about a proposal that could save you money if you want a financial plan done. So we'll talk about that when we come back.